Hi, I'm Robert Scott, and I'm at San Francisco Public Utilities Commission. And I'm with Steve Ritchie. He's the Assistant General Manager of Water, for Water. And I'm with Catherine Curtis, and she's the Workforce Reliability Manager for Wastewater. And they're going to tell us about their 5-year strategic plan for workforce reliability. So tell us about this tool, why you developed it, and what's it all about.
Sure. Our 5-year strategic plan for workforce reliability is a document to address some really important needs for us. One, that we've got enough staff to do the work we need to do. Secondly, that they are really qualified staff, particularly in mission critical job categories, because we have to deliver water to people 24/7, and that is a tough job. And that we really have trained our people to do that work. Those are really important things to do. And so in doing that, we did a needs assessment by interviewing lots of our managers to figure out what the most important jobs were, basically down in the trenches, getting work done, and identify the issues of highest concern. And we identified at least 3. One was recruiting qualified candidates, making sure we could get people in the door to do the work. Secondly, optimizing our staff utilization, making sure we're using the staff as efficiently as possible and taking advantage of their skills. And then thirdly is training. How do we adequately prepare them to do the jobs we ask them to do? That those were all really critical things that needed to be done to make sure that our workforce can get the job done.
Okay, sounds good. Was there any reason that you left it at 5 years and no other number?
Well, 5 years is probably about as far as we can see into the future productively. Our work environment's constantly changing, especially in this modern age. Things are changing all the time. So 5 years almost is a little bit long, but certainly it takes that long to see ideas develop and turn into reality.
Okay.
Additionally, I would like to add that it does take multiple years to develop qualified candidates. We don't want bodies filling these positions. We need people who know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And at the time that we developed this plan, there was a lot of concern about the exodus of the baby boomers, and there was concern about changing regulations, and we were asking people to do different things. For example, we were asking our operators in wastewater to do technical writing and to work with complex computer programs, and they were not equipped to do that. So it's not only developing qualified candidates to come in, but making sure that the staff we have is also prepared to do the job that's needed for the future.
Okay.
Yeah, probably the biggest change that we've seen is the more automation of things. That historically, we're done in some way more manually, and more things are automated. They have chips that are there to do lots of things that people used to do.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times, our folks who actually run a plant are waiting for the electronic maintenance technician to get things lined up so they can get the job done. So it's a changing workforce in that way.
Okay, that's great. So how has this tool been used?
Oh, this tool has been used in a myriad of ways. We had a multi-phase approach. We started with a needs analysis to identify what are the mission critical classifications for us at any rate, and we determined that they were mostly trades and engineering. We looked at our processes. What are our processes and what are we most at risk for? What rose to the top from that analysis was knowledge management and recruitment. How do we recruit people with the right qualifications in a timely manner so we don't lose them and we stay competitive? After the needs analysis, we brought in people from the outside to share their best practice models, and we had over 400 people come to those workshops to see what other utilities were doing, and then we went out to site visits to see Colorado Springs has a university model that's fantastic. In Vancouver, they were building a new facility, and they hired operators to create the technical training and the field guides and the basic modules that people would need to know in order to run that facility.
Okay. So during the plan, it kind of exposed some things that was crucial knowledge for you guys to decide how you're going to move forward. So tell me, what benefits have you derived from getting this information and applying it to your organization?
Well, one of the biggest benefits is we included people from all over the organization, and we formed work groups to work on different proposals that rose to the top. And by doing that, we created buy-in, and we have champions. Steve was a champion for this effort and really pushed it forward, and we need champions in order to get the work done. Additionally, you know, we have created so many tools for candidate development. We've got brochures for the mission critical trades. We've got posters. And maybe one of the biggest benefits is BAYWORK. Through BAYWORK, which is a collaborative of water and wastewater utilities in the Bay Area region, we were able to partner and collaborate to get a lot of this work done, because no one utility can do it single-handedly.
Yeah, and one thing that we really worked hard on recommending out of the strategic plan is developing competency analysis. What does it actually take to do the job successfully? What is accomplishing the job successfully? What traits are necessary for that? And we focused on that a lot more now than we ever have before, because you know, the historic approach has been, well, yeah, we'll hire somebody who has some MQs, and then they'll learn on the job, and they'll do it like the guy did it before them. No, we need to be a lot more critical about what it takes to get good work done. What are the traits? Do people have those? If they don't have those, how can they be developed, and get that going? So the competency analysis going on, and then setting up the models of what is the person's characteristics need to be to get this job done. You know, their tools, their capabilities, and then make sure they've got the support to get those, and they'll do a good job.
Yeah, sounds good.
In wastewater, we did a competency analysis project for our disinfection station 521, and that will set the course for all of our competency work for all of the rest of our processes in wastewater. And we are moving toward a competency-based system where people can be held accountable. And we have to develop the technical training that will bring people up to the competencies that we expect.
Okay. It seems like this whole process has caused you to form some groups and make some collaborations inside your agency as well as outside your agency. I'm wondering, has this study produced new positions in your organization?
It hasn't produced many new positions. It's produced, you know, changes in positions. Refocusing. Management has to be, you know, focused a little differently than they historically have been to make sure that we're getting this carried out. And the people, you know, we want, frankly, it's more turning people loose to do different things. That, you know, people collaborating across, you know, silo lines that they didn't before. So they're actually, you know, they're enjoying it more, and the organization benefits from that.
So there's been a cultural change because of it.
Well, I think for wastewater, more people have the opportunity to demonstrate leadership skills by being in these committees and running meetings and doing the work. And that's been of great benefit to us, because when we want to promote, we have knowledge-based evidence of who can do the job and who can't.
Yeah.
All right, sounds great. Are there any suggestions that you would give anyone who would be interested in developing a 5-year strategic plan?
Yeah. Make sure the people at the top are committed. They've got to show that they're interested and stay interested. I tell other managers here, everybody else knows your priorities before you do, because they see what you spend your time on. So if you're there spending your time on it, they see that, Steve thinks this is important. Because he's there. So getting that buy-in is really critical.
Not just time, money too.
Well, that too.
I would say that you need to bring the right skill sets to the task, and make sure that you have an investment that's commensurate with the task at hand. You can't do this on a shoestring budget. It takes people, it takes time, it takes processes, and it takes planning. We have to start with a solid plan so we can measure our progress as we move forward.
Well, it sounds great. Sounds like it's been a good tool for you guys here and produce some of the results that you were looking for. Well, there you have it. This is the 5-year plan here at San Francisco Public Utilities Commission, and I'm here with Steve Ritchie and Catherine Curtis, and I think this is a tool that you'd like to check out.